I did not get a notification over here. Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. We are live once again. Is this looking, is it looking dark? Let me see. Um, I wonder why. Let me see real quick if I can just fix this. I had it set up perfectly. Um, so I'm trying to use my phone this time so it's clearer, but now it looks darker and it wasn't dark when I started. So, um, that's annoying. Okay, but anyway, let's get started with today's topic. So today's topic is things that I can enjoy again now that I'm not pregnant. So I'm recording this on my phone. I want to try that again. Even though the quality is better, I don't feel like it's easier. So I have my laptop here so I can still read the like the comment section if there's replies or anything in the chat. I think it's easier to read off of there. So if you see me looking to the side, that's because my computer is there. But anywho, let's get started. So, if you've been watching my channel or following my channel, you know that I have really, really rough pregnancies, and my last one was probably my roughest out of all four. So, I suffer from hyperemesis. So, I had that for all of my pregnancies. So, it's just really extreme form of morning sickness. So, just like throwing up pretty much every day for the whole entire pregnancy, multiple times a day. You can get really dehydrated and have to be hospitalized to get like fluids pumped back into you and all that kind of stuff. So it was really rough. um and pregnancy is not really one of those things I enjoy. I know some women enjoy it, and I said before on this channel that my mom made pregnancy look super easy. So I was like, why am I going through all this? My mom didn't go through all of this. um so yes, so one of the big things that I'm enjoying now that I'm not pregnant is the morning sickness, the all day morning sickness. Like I cannot, if you haven't experienced this extreme form of morning sickness, it's kind of hard to describe. But literally it was throwing up pretty much all day, especially in those first, I want to say like 12 to 16 weeks, just constant throwing up. Like it was hard to function. Hey mom. Oh, I did see that pretty easily on here. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Hi. Thanks for watching. um, yes, it was really hard to just do anything, like to get out of bed, to cook meals for me and my kids. You know, really anything. I just wanted to stay in the bed all day, but obviously I couldn't because I had other children to take care of. And like I said, I did have really bad morning sickness with my first, and that was, even though it was just as bad as my other pregnancies, it was easier because I didn't have anyone else to take care of. I could just come home from work and sleep all day if I wanted to. Now I did throw up all day at work too, but it was easier. I feel like because I didn't have stuff that I had to do besides working. Um, but yeah, it was really tough this time, and I got to one point where it was like nothing I ate for like 2 or 3 days stayed down. Every time I ate, it came up. Every time I drank water, soda, anything, it came up, and I was just like almost to the point where I couldn't move. Um, so yes, I'm really enjoying not throwing up. When I'm not pregnant, I don't really throw up. So when I'm pregnant, it's like throwing up every single day. And I've not thrown up in almost 5 months. And I'm really happy, really excited about that. And I hope I never throw up again. I feel like I've thrown up enough for a whole entire lifetime. So that is one thing that I'm enjoying is not having all that morning sickness and that, fatigue. Because obviously if you're not eating, you're not getting the nutrients that you need to function, and you have no energy, and it's the worst, the absolute worst. So that's one thing that I'm enjoying right now. The other big thing for me is drinking coffee. Now for my first, I want to say for when I got pregnant with my first, I wasn't drinking coffee at that point. Like I was vegan, vegetarian. I was like super, super healthy as far as like my eating and my drinking. And so I wasn't drinking coffee at that time. But I did discover during that pregnancy that drinking coffee helped with my morning sickness. So I've kind of been drinking coffee ever since my first pregnancy. Um, and it helped me with my morning sickness for that pregnancy. For my boys, coffee just did not work for me. It was one of the first things or one of the first signs that told me that I was pregnant because I know when I got pregnant with my second, I just coffee just started tasting funny. Like before I found out I was pregnant, and I was like, why don't I like the taste of coffee? I didn't like the smell of it. I didn't like the look of it. And so I pretty much had to cut that out, and I was able to resume drinking coffee like halfway through my second, third, and fourth pregnancy. And for my fourth pregnancy, it's not that I couldn't drink coffee, like it made me sick or anything like that. It's that every time I drank it, I got like heart palpitations, like really fast. My heart would beat really fast. I would get really sweaty, and then I would feel like I had to pass out. So I knew it was the coffee because the last time I think I had coffee while I was pregnant was for my birthday, which was in December. I had him in March, and I had like a really, really strong coffee. I went to this Italian shop that had like biscotti and just like fresh made croissants and everything like that. So they had like straight Italian coffee, and it was really strong. And I could tell that it was really strong. And why did I drink the whole thing? I drank the whole cup. It was iced coffee actually. So you figure like iced coffee is not that bad. But no, I drove from breakfast to the mall, which wasn't that long of a drive, maybe 15 minutes, but I could not get out the car. I could not get out the car because my heart was racing so fast. I barely made it to the mall, mind you. Now I'm out there by myself, being crazy and stupid. No, I can't drink this coffee. But I made it to the mall, and I just had to sit in a parking lot for like 40 minutes before I trusted my body to get out the car. So that was the last time I had coffee while I was pregnant. But needless to say, I can enjoy coffee again. I love coffee. Um, I'm not really sure that it keeps me awake. I just love the taste of it. I love the ritual of drinking coffee. And so I'm so glad that I can drink coffee again. Now, there are some people that say, or there are, like some research that says you shouldn't have too much coffee while you're breastfeeding. Um, but I can't say that I feel like it's affected the baby in any way. And even for my other children while I was breastfeeding. I know, because I wasn't trying to tell y'all, so y'all wouldn't make me come back home. But I probably only text Tayana about that, and she was telling me, yeah, I think she was the one who kind of helped me clue it together that it was the coffee that was causing me to respond like that. And so yeah, I had to give it up for the pregnancy, but now I'm able to drink it without any like it doesn't affect me. Only when I'm pregnant it affects me, or for my boy pregnancies it affected me. So yep, love me some coffee. I try to keep it to 1 cup a day. Honestly, in the morning I just try to have like just one with my breakfast. But if I feel like I need that extra push, or if I feel like, or if I know earlier in the day that I'm gonna be like up, longer in the afternoon, or throughout the night or something like that. Coffee still don't love me. I know. Oh, poor thing. Yeah, coffee is one of those things, and I could see myself eliminating it from my life like I did before, but I can't right now. I love it too much right now. Um, but yeah, but if I feel like I'm gonna be up later, then I'll allow myself to have like a second cup of coffee in the afternoon. It's usually like an iced coffee. Um, but yeah, I love my coffee. So I love tea too, but I definitely love coffee. So I hated giving that up while I was pregnant. Um, the next thing along the lines of food, so eggs in the beginning did the same thing. Eggs and coffee kind of both, well, coffee gave me like the heart palpitations, but eggs made me nauseous, it made me sick. And you text your sister instead. No, I'm pretty sure I texted y'all. I just didn't tell y'all exactly, probably exactly how bad it was. I think I felt like I texted y'all and told y'all like I had made it to the mall safely or whatever like that. And I know I sent pictures of my breakfast, but I didn't say like all the specifics. Which that's not good. That's not good because I was far away from home at that point. So yeah. But what was I saying about coffee? Eggs. Oh, eggs. Yeah, yeah. So eggs started to taste funny. They started to look funny. Like when I would crack them to, scramble them, they started to look funny. And so I couldn't eat eggs for a while. Like I couldn't cook eggs, or like smell eggs. But if I had like an egg like patty, like in a sandwich, a breakfast sandwich, that was okay. Because I remember for one point I just ate I was ordering from Dunkin' Donuts every single day, and I would order a large iced sweet tea with lemon. And when I'm not pregnant, I don't really prefer lemon in my iced tea, but it had to have the lemon in there. Um, and I would get the breakfast sandwich like a sausage, egg and cheese on an English muffin and two glazed donuts. That was my meal for like at least 2 weeks straight. I ordered that every single day because everything else just tasted nasty and nothing was staying down. And that seemed to be the one meal that stayed down. So like egg patties were fine. And I would say probably like around like week 20, week 24, I could start eating and cooking eggs again, but in the beginning I couldn't. So normally I alternate my breakfast with the kids. So I'll do like eggs and sausage one day and then the next day oatmeal. And so I had to find an alternative because I can't cook these eggs. So then we started incorporating waffles, and so now we have that as a breakfast option as well. But I love my eggs. If you're my family, if you know me, you know I love my eggs. I have to have at least 4 eggs a day. It's not a good day for me if I don't have my eggs. If it's just not a good day. Like I need my eggs. And that's one of the reasons why I couldn't stay vegan, because I just had to have my eggs. I don't care. I don't care. I just had to have them. So yeah, once I got over that hurdle, I mean, it's still kind of still looking at it and still cooking it was a little bit of a turn off during my pregnancy, but now everything's back to normal. I can fully indulge in eggs and not feel any, sickness or anything like that. What else? Motion sickness, that was a big issue for me this time, for my last pregnancy. I could not, like, driving in a car, whether I was driving or someone else was driving, was just really hard for me, and I couldn't figure out why, like, I felt sick in the car until I was like, let me look it up, let me Google it, and then I realized that some other women who had morning sickness, or, like, really bad cases of morning sickness, also had motion sickness, and that was horrendous because obviously I couldn't leave the house that much without getting sick. So it was so bad where I was just like, when I would get to my destination, I would have to throw up instantly. So it was, yeah, it was really bad. I know one time I had to do like fingerprints and somewhere far away too. So like 30 minutes from me. So I'm driving. Hi, Mrs. Fisher. How are you? Thank you for joining the live. Um, Yeah, so I was driving, to get my fingerprints done, and I already felt sick when I got in the car. But the moment I got there, I had to literally run to the bathroom and go throw up. And I know people were kind of looking at me funny. It was like, where did this girl just go? Because I don't think I even checked in. I just went straight to the bathroom to throw up. And it was so bad. And then, got my fingerprints done, drove home, got back to my mom's house to pick my kids up, and had to throw up again. It was so bad. And the motion sickness kind of went away, I would say, like, in the 3rd trimester, I guess. Like, it went not, like, away, but it was a little, less noticeable. So if I didn't take any, like, long car trips, it was okay. But, yeah, every time I got in the car, I got motion sickness, and then once I reached, my destination or got out the car, then I had to throw up. So that was not fun. And I don't really like driving anyway. Um, so I don't know if that added to it or whatever. So yeah, but now I don't have any motion sickness. I'm fine. And I think that's all I had to say about that one. Okay, let me see what else. Motion sickness, coffee, eggs. Um, well, okay, let's go back to heart palpitations. So I don't think I showed this on my channel, and I think it's because I was really like self-conscious about it, and I was really like kind of down about it. But with the heart palpitations, so I that did come from drinking coffee, but then there was also some times where I just felt like if I don't sit down right now, I'm gonna pass out. And I never did pass out during my pregnancies, thank God. But I feel like I got close a lot of times. Like I would just really get overheated and had to sit down or lay down, and not even on the couch. I had to get down on the floor. Um, and a lot of times that would happen to me when I was cooking breakfast. It happened to me when I was trying to wash dishes, which is one of the reasons why I had to start using our dishwasher. So, I love washing dishes. I love washing dishes by hands. It's like therapeutic to me. But while I was pregnant, I couldn't do it. It was just something about sticking my hands in that hot water that just made my whole body overheat. And standing on my feet that long, it just it just was not good. So, I had to start using a dishwasher. Um, but yeah, so I did struggle with that during my pregnancy, and I brought it up at one of my prenatal appointments, and then I was referred to a cardiologist, and I had I forget what it's called. I guess like a heart monitor. Like I had a heart monitor placed on my chest, and I had to wear that for 2 weeks. And there's one video I think on this channel where you can kind of see it. I'm not gonna say which one it is, but you can kind of see it. But um, I was really down about that, so I didn't share that. And I don't know, maybe I should have, because there could be other women out there that are experiencing that. But yeah, the heart monitor was like to read if I was having like any like I don't know what it's called. Mom, help me out on this one, but like my heart skipping a beat and stuff like that. Because if you've been pregnant before, it's taxing on the body, because your body's working extra hard for you and to keep your baby alive also as well. And then coupled with me not eating that much, I mean, it was just like a recipe for disaster. So I had to wear that for 2 weeks. I couldn't take it off. I couldn't get it wet. So every time I showered, I had to, kind of keep it, out from the water. Whenever I exercised, I had to like make sure it didn't get wet from sweat and stuff like that. Um, and we got the results back from that, and I think they were all fine and okay. And I was also referred to, what is it called? I think they wanted me to do an EKG. I think that's what it's called. And I never did that because I felt like it was just pregnancy related. The cardiologist said, obviously, if you're still experiencing this after you give birth, then definitely, continue on with us. But I haven't had that since giving birth. So that is another thing that I'm happy that I don't have. It's just like that. I don't know. It wouldn't happen every day either, but when it would happen, I just felt like I just had to get down on the floor, or I'm gonna, just pass out. So that's one thing I'm happy I don't have to deal with again. And I did have that. I don't remember experiencing that with my first, but definitely for all my boy pregnancies, I had that. And what else? Oh, candles. Well, scents, I should just say scents, but definitely specifically candles. Um, I love candles. I love, love, love candles. I think my favorite is probably Bath and Body Works. And I could just go in there and stay in there for hours and just walk around, smell candles, and spray scents into the air and all of that stuff. But again, with the morning sickness, I was super, because we share sympathy systems. Yeah, no, yes, I believe that me and Tayana are like super connected. I always tell people she's my soulmate, and not in a romantic way, obviously, but I feel like we're two of the same person. So I think she got a lot of my symptoms, and I'm so sorry. And let me tell you something though. I do not want your symptoms when you start having children, because I feel like I suffered enough for both of us. But really, I hope she has nice and easy pregnancies. I hope that, they're kind of similar to my mom's. Like, I feel like all this stuff I was experiencing for the first time, I had no clue. And it was just like, I don't know. I felt like everything that could go wrong, or everything that could be an issue during pregnancy, I experienced. And there's some things I didn't experience. So, like gestational diabetes, I didn't have that. And some other things, but I had preeclampsia, I had the high blood pressure, I had an early preterm birth, like super super early. I had an overdue birth, I had a C-section, I had vaginal birth. I feel like all this stuff. I've been induced. I've gone into labor on my own. I've had my water break. I've had it broken manually. All that stuff. But yeah, about the scent. So another telltale sign that I was pregnant is that things started smelling funny, or would make me like gag or nauseous. Hey, Dad. Nice to see you on the live. I think that's my dad anyway. Oh no, I'm passing them out in abundance. Oh no, you're not either. Oh no. Um. So yeah, like my favorite smells started to make me sick, and that was like another sign that I was pregnant. I do have a video on this channel called, I think it's called 10 signs that you're pregnant before a positive pregnancy test, and a lot of these are mentioned on there because things just started to feel and smell and look funny. And I'm one of those people, I feel like I'm really in tune with my body, so even like before I get sick, I have some signs that I'm about to get sick, and I know I'm about to get sick and kind of prepare for it. um so anytime something just doesn't feel normal, I'm like, okay, what is this? And I usually can figure it out. So before, I even got the positive test, like I have a favorite, well, my candles. I like my candles, or I did light my candles like almost every single night. I would light it and then, like go downstairs and do chores or whatever. And when I came back up to my room, it would smell really nice in here. And I like the light and the ambiance and stuff. But I couldn't do that anymore. Like they started to smell funny and it started to make me sick. So I'm like, oh gosh, what's going on? And then, lo and behold, I was pregnant. So I could not use my candles. I had my candles, I had like 5 or 7 candles over here just piled up because I'm like, it just makes me sick. Whenever I lit the candles, it made me sick. I bought like a really nice big one from Target. I don't know if you guys seen those. And it smells delicious, like absolutely delicious. I need to buy some more. Um, and it was like $30 or something like that. Like I loved it, but I was like, it was making me so sick, and I was so mad because I loved it. Also, my not my deodorant. My deodorant was fine, but also like other people wearing smells around me, or like dish detergent, not dish detergent, my laundry detergent, and like my body wash. I couldn't use those. So I had to switch to something like a little milder. Um and yeah, it was terrible. I couldn't use my poor candles. And I have not even been back to Bath and Body Works. I used the candles up that I had, and I finally done all of them. So I need to go back to Bath and Body Works to get some more candles. And I'm super excited about that because now I can enjoy the smells and stuff again. But just smelling something that I don't know, my body didn't like or didn't agree with would make me throw up. So I pretty much during my pregnancy, no smells. Like I could not have no smells. I could not smell even like bug spray, like just super random stuff. And meat also, um, I didn't really eat meat or like cooked meat. I could eat like cold meat, like chicken salad or tuna salad, like stuff like that, like turkey, ham or whatever. But whenever I had to cook meat or like smell cooked meat, it just was like not good. Especially chicken, like cooked chicken. Now, if it's cold, it was fine. Like I felt like that didn't really have a scent. But if it was hot and cooking, throw up instantly. Hot dogs, throw up instantly. So yeah, it was real rough, but I'm glad that I don't have to experience that anymore. I'm trying to think if there's anything else um, that I really that I really gave that I had to give up during pregnancy, and I don't think there is. I think that's everything. I was gonna write it down just so I remember everything, but I ran out of time. So like, let me just come on here and do the things that I can remember. But I think that's it. I think so. I think I covered everything. If my family can remember anything else, you could just add that to the chat. But yeah, pregnancy for me is really rough. Really rough. I'm trying to think. But I kind of had to limit my like salt intake. So I really craved ham, but I had to limit that. Um, and there was something else that I really, really liked. Oh, in the tea actually. So like iced tea. Because I did have a problem with my iron, and my mom told me that drinking like iced tea or caffeinated tea kind of depletes your iron. So I feel like I noticed that also as well, and that probably added to like my heart palpitations and everything like that. So I didn't eliminate it. I just drank way, way less. So maybe like once a week or something like that, I will allow myself to have tea, or I try to drink like, decaffeinated tea or uncaffeinated tea. Um, but yeah, I think that's all for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you have been pregnant in the past and had to give up certain things, let me know in the comments down below. What were those things and why you had to give them up? You care for all the children while going through all that was rough to see. Yeah, it was. And even the kids would come over and be like, Mommy, are you okay? And I'd be like, please just leave me alone. I just have to lay here. Oh man, yeah, it was rough. It was real, real, real rough. And that's why I say this is my last, because I cannot imagine taking care of 4 kids and being pregnant with another one with what I went through this time. Mm-mm, no ma'am, no sir, no ham, no turkey, like Tanaja be saying. But that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.